Morning, everyone, and a very, very warm welcome to GeoFutures. Thank you all for being here today and for taking the time to be part of what I'm hoping is going to be an absolutely amazing event. I'd like to start by offering my apologies for not being able to join you in person. I'm generally really sorry to miss the conversations, the ideas, and the energy that I've no doubt that you will all bring to the room today. But what I am delighted for is that GeoFutures is happening, and that so many of you are here today to help shape it. For those who may be less familiar with the British Cartographic Society and who we are and what we do, well, the BCS has been supporting map makers and the cartographic community since 1963. So for more than 60 years, the Society has helped people working with maps and geographic data to share that knowledge, develop skills, and champion the value of good cartography. And from the very beginning, the BCS has always been about people. It embraces everyone involved in geospatial data and maps, from traditional cartographers to data visualizers to data analysts to designers to developers, educators, and storytellers. And what I think unites us all is a shared belief in the power of great cartography and in the idea that how we visualize data fundamentally shapes how it is understood and how it is used. It's a real honor for me to lead the British Cartographic Society as president. I've done it now for about the past 2 years, and this is the community I care deeply about and one I've been proud to be part of for many years. And that passion comes from a lifelong connection to mapping and the geospatial industry, something that's also reflected in my day job. I'm really lucky to have worked for the Ordnance Survey, Great Britain's National Mapping Agency, for the last 28 years, and I honestly still do genuinely love what I do. And there is a reason for that. It's because I love being part of this industry. I love the people in it. I love the creativity, the innovation, and the impact that good geographic data and visualization can have on society. So that connection between craft, the technology, and purpose is what keeps me excited about mapping. And it's a big part of why events like today matter so much to me, and I hope to you too. Mapping, of course, has always mattered. Long before digital tools and interactive platforms, maps were essential, as we know, right, for exploration, navigation, planning, and decision making. They've been used to understand the world, to manage resources, to respond to crises, and to communicate complex ideas simply and clearly. And there are a lot of maps that have gone beyond utility and become kind of cultural landmarks. One of my favourite maps of all time is Harry Beck's London Underground map, which I'm sure some of you are probably bored of me banging on about. But for me, Harry Beck's Underground map was revolutionary. By prioritising clarity over geographic accuracy, Beck completely redefined how people navigate complex systems. So it wasn't just a transport map, it was a bold act of data visualisation. And its influence is still felt today across transit mapping and far beyond. That's a really powerful reminder that maps are never just about data. They're about design choices, they're about storytelling and human understanding. And that idea sits right at the heart of why we're here today for this GeoFutures event. Today's an opportunity to step back from the day-to-day and ask some bigger questions. It's about capturing what we think the future of geographic data visualization looks like and how we can better prepare for it, shape it, and support it as a community. Today is very deliberately about open discussion and sharing opinions. There are no predefined answers, no single vision of the future. What matters is the diversity of perspectives in the room and a willingness to explore ideas together, whether those ideas challenge existing practices or reinforce what we already believe works well. This industry has evolved at extraordinary pace, even in the 28 years that I've been involved. We have more data than ever before, more sources of that data, greater volume and velocity. We also have more tools and platforms for working with that data: desktop software, web mapping frameworks, dashboards, immersive environments, and real-time visualizations. So cartography today is about far more than that traditional topographic maps. The power to work with and visualize geographic data is more important than ever, and the visual is often the first and sometimes the only way people engage with that data. So today is about understanding that responsibility. It's about the visual, how we tell that story. It's how we make complexity understandable, how we reveal patterns, and how we make information accessible to non-experts. It's about asking, what can we do differently? What should we do better? What skills, mindsets, and approaches do we need as technology continues to evolve? And how do we ensure that good cartographic principles aren't lost as tools become faster and more automated? It's important to say GeoFutures won't end today. The event is being professionally recorded and the discussions you have here will be captured and reflected on. We'll be collating all the findings and producing a report that will be made openly available, so the insights shared today can benefit the wider community and help inform how both the BCS and the industry prepare for the future. In some ways, you can see GeoFutures as a kind of an extension of the AGI Foresight report, so building on that work by grounding foresight in real-world experience. Before I finish, I'd like to just say that if you're not already a member of the British Cartographic Society and what you hear and experience today resonates with you, we'd absolutely love to have you involved. We've got really competitive membership rates, and while we're just one of a number of fantastic organisations that support the geospatial and mapping industry, we're incredibly proud of the community we've helped build. There are a bunch of BCS members here today who'd be more than happy to chat to you and help sign you up, so please do look out for them. And finally, while the themes are important and the conversation serious today also is about something a lot simpler, but equally just as valuable. It's about connecting with colleagues, meeting new people, sharing experiences, and enjoying a chance to think creatively together. So please, please, please do have your say, challenge ideas, share your perspectives, and most importantly of all, have fun. Thank you for being part of today, and I hope you have a brilliant day.